What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Toogii, what the heck are you doing playing Planet Zoo? You haven't uploaded this game in months. Why all of a sudden are you playing it again? To be honest, Frontier did reach out to me via email, and they were like, hey, we'd love to give you early access to the new Africa DLC. And I don't know what it is about this pack, but something just lit a fire underneath me about this thing, and I'm amped up. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the zoo that I've already created just for this very, very special occasion. Wow, it has been so long, dude. I actually forgot how to rotate the camera around. Wow. Okay. If anyone knows when the last episode of Planet Zoo went up, please let me know. I also have to figure out how I want to do the face cam, because of course now we have a green screen, so I don't exactly have that whole like border around myself like we used to. I want to say I used to keep us up here. Here. Up in this corner. Worst case, if there's really something y'all need to see down in that corner, I can just kind of scoot out of the way real quick. And we'll do it that way. But yeah, man, welcome back to Planet Zoo. Like I said, it's been a long time since we played this game last, and I'm excited to get back in the swing of things. So, as you guys can see, we have $690,000 right out the gate. Now, the main idea here, also we have 69, for no particular reason, of course, 69,000 conservation credits. So, my main goal with this zoo is I want to make the most Africa-inspired zoo using these new DLC items. We've done videos in the past kind of just going over everything that's included in these new packs, and honestly, I thought about it, but it was kind of boring. I think trying to create a zoo using a lot of these new pieces is probably better than just being like, oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, hey, look at that. That's new. So we're going to try this out. Hopefully things go well, but over the next few episodes, you guys, we are going to be creating the most Africa zoo we can possibly create. Where do we even start? So it's January 17th, year one now, and we need a lot of things yet. We need a lot of stuff and things or whatever. We got to get a quarantine, a trade center, a vet surgery room, a staff room, of course, keep our staff happy, and then a keeper hut as well before we can even get our first habitat created. So let's go ahead and knock this stuff out, and I'm gonna actually use the new facilities because why the heck not? So under content pack right here, we're gonna click Africa pack, and boom, there it all is. I also love the coloring for the Africa pack stuff. I just think it's very inviting, very warm feeling, but it also has, you know, some of this sort of pastel-y blue, orange, maybe like a tan, like a cream color going on. It's pretty. You know what? It's pretty. It's a nice configuration. So let's grab ourselves a keeper hut. We have the large keeper hut, or we have the small keeper hut. I'd say let's go for the small one for right now. See, just look at how pretty it is. It's gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to place this down kind of willy-nilly. We're going to try to keep this one free-flowing, right? We don't want to have too many hard lines. I've made some mistakes in my previous zoos and things, just trying to make things a little bit too square sometimes. So going to do my best to not do that. So here we go. Keeper hut's going to go right in between those two trees right there. Then we need a staff room. $9,000 versus $3,700. Let's actually go $3,700. We'll just get a smaller staff room for the time being. And this, I think I'm actually going to place over in this corner, kind of tucked back behind these trees over here. Because they are, you know, the buildings are a little different. We have more of a tan over here on this side, and this is more of a poop brown. But it's a nice poop brown. All right, 3 more things, and then we can actually get a roll in here. Vet surgery, trade center, and a quarantine. Vet surgery, this kind of fits the same architectural color scheme anyways of this building, so I think we're going to place this over here. Place it down randomly at first, and then we'll go in and fine-tune the final resting place. There we go. I like that. All right, there we go. Got the trade center put up right there. Dude, I just love all the, like, I don't even know what that is. It's not glass. It must just be like a dyed stained clay or a plaster of some sort. I'm really not sure, but I absolutely love the look of that building. And, you know, normally I do kind of pride myself on my ability to create some very nice looking buildings. But I much rather prefer, especially just starting out, using the sort of pre-built structures. Honestly, I mean, they killed it on these. These look totally Africa, right? Totally Toto. And the very last thing we need is, of course, a quarantine. Let's get the small one, and that's gonna go over here next to the keeper hut. I almost forgot what that was. And these two buildings aren't exactly a perfect match in terms of color, but architecturally, I think they're fairly similar. You can see up here with the masonry work, we'll call it, up in the top of that, and then that kind of matches this one. I think those are the only two that actually have that. Yeah, all of these are something totally different. And I kind of like the holes in this. I don't know, dude. It's a cool pack already. I'm already pumped about it for whatever reason. Okay, so we have the 5 main buildings that we need in order to actually start our zoo franchise here. So all we have to do now is just connect them with a path system. Now, I want to try to do this true to Africa, right? We got to try to at least make everything sort of look African themed. And I'm thinking this mosaic, this palace tile right here, is probably going to work pretty dang well for at least our entrance. I don't know about the rest of the park, but for the entrance, I'd say this is pretty fitting. So let's actually see what this looks like before we just decide we're going to go with it. And I actually like the way that this looks here. Sort of how the stone will meet the tile. Oh my god, dude, it's so pretty. I just love all the colors, too. I feel like the colors just look fantastic. So should we make this thing? Because this zoo's not going to be very big. It's just going to have a nice theme to it. So we might even be able to get away with keeping the paths a little bit smaller than we usually do. We'll just bring that out to there for right now. So of course that's going to be sort of our main path for just the entryway. And then we have to figure out how we want to go about doing our staff paths. These are the paths that of course only the staff members can walk on. So I'm going to go with the red path. I think. I've never used this one before. All right, there we go. We got our staff paths all finished up. You can't really even tell in the shade that it's actually red in color, but I do like that. I feel like that's gonna have a nice contrast between, especially these buildings, sort of the white plaster against the red pavement. And it also pairs nicely with the mosaic tile we're going with for the main entryway. And already, dude, look at how much more like open and sort of flowy everything is, just because we're not, you know, squaring everything off and trying to make everything align perfectly. Holy cow. Okay, so what's next? Honestly, like I said, I've been away for so long, I don't even remember what our next step would be. I suppose we should try to figure out our main entryway, and then we can sort of construct the initial few habitats. Whoa. Craze mosaic path? That looks wild, dude. Holy cow, that is really cool. Okay, I like that a lot more. What is this one? Oh, that's just gravel. Never mind. Dude, there's some real cool stuff in here. Monochrome tile? Oh, okay. So kind of the same thing as the mosaic, just less color. I've messed the entryway up in the past many times. I'm going to try to make it so it doesn't just split immediately, because that's like a choke point for pedestrians, you know, walking around. For whatever reason, you know, they always just get stuck in the forks in the road. So I'm gonna try to not make it so abrupt. So for this area, I would love to have a habitat on the right and a habitat on the left. And then sort of down this path line a little bit more, we may be able to have a food court type area, maybe some smaller attraction type things. A bridge would be really cool here. I don't know if I can actually do that. I feel like I haven't had enough practice to be able to pull this off, but I'm definitely going to try to make some sort of a bridge right here. I just feel like that's going to look really sick. Okay, so I've tried to create sort of like a babbling brook type of thing. I don't even know if that's the right word necessarily for it, but I just want a small stream. I don't really want like really wide area of water, because I mean, realistically, this is the grassland. There's not a ton of water. If there is, there's large pools and then sort of small streams kind of connecting those larger pools. So the idea here is maybe, depending on what we end up putting over in this area, we could make sort of a watering hole up here, and then this little stream would then trickle down, and there'd end up being another sort of watering hole at the other end. So now I have to smooth this because it's a little jagged. It kind of looks bad. But let's first see if we can put water in it. So we have rough water, select water, remove water. That's interesting. Those are new features. Probably not new to the pack, but they're new to me. All right, let's check this out. See what we got going on here. Okay, with a little bit of smoothing, maybe some terrain painting as well so we can get that tall grass out from underneath the water because that looks a little funny. I think this will look good. I really do. And there we go, dude. After a little bit of painting, a little bit more smoothing, I think it actually looks pretty nice. Now we just have to figure out how we can get a bridge over this thing. That was always kind of a big task for me in the past, so we'll see if I've still got it. All right, what do we think about this? I kind of thought about doing just a straight across bridge, but then I tried it and I wasn't really feeling it, so I tried to make it almost go diagonal a little bit, but then straighten out again, and I kind of like it. It's kind of a whole vibe, is it not? Maybe we change the texture for the bridge? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if we should leave the bridge sort of mosaic or if we should just sort of section off this area and change it to a different texture. Can we even do that? I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could do like a beach board across just the bridge. Could be a thing, but for right now, I think we're gonna leave it at that. Now moving on to this whole food court thing. I don't know, do they have like a pre-built type of food court structure? Because that could really help me out right now. Here we go. I think this is what we're looking for. North African shop large. Just the shell. So there are no shops inside of it. But I already love... Dude, look at the rugs on the inside. Oh my god. The amount of detail to this building. I couldn't build anything this cool. The back and the sides are a little bland, but we could probably church that stuff up if we really wished to do that. But the rugs and stuff are so sick, dude. Look at all that stuff in there. So I think I'm going to place this down just roughly here for right now. And then let's try to expand the path a little bit so we can get a bit better idea of how we want to actually do things. Okay, I dig this. I think I'm gonna get rid of the actual barrier around the path. Now, since we have sort of this fork in the road, kind of what I was talking about earlier, I do want to leave this out. I thought about maybe overhanging the pillars onto the earth path, kind of just doing something like this, and then sort of having the vendors meet this main plaza, but I don't like that idea. I feel like that's going to be too congested. You can see this pillar here. People are going to clip through that, and it's going to look bad overall. So I think leaving it back a little bit should allow us to even the flow of traffic or pedestrians moving through this area. Dude, I already love this. Again, kind of bland looking from the back, but we should be able to hide that with some trees and some other decorations, I think. But look at this, dude. Check this out. When you walk into this place, actually, I'm going to switch camera modes here. You walk into this place, staff paths, pretty underwhelming, right? But it's for the staff only, so you don't really care about that. But if you look off to your right, the buildings at least look pretty. Off to your left, same thing. They at least match the sort of African theme that we're going for. And this bridge, dude. You get up on here, you got the tall grass on your left and on your right. Nice little stream trickling underneath you. You go across this. We do have to fix the grass clipping through the bridge, but if we disregard that for right now, this area I think is going to be truly beautiful. So this will be the central point of the zoo, and hopefully it doesn't get too congested with people and stuff, but we can definitely add a ton of shops over in this area, and I feel like that'll be super, super cool. But there were some blueprints that I remember seeing. Oh, African building. See, like, look at this stuff, dude. It's so highly detailed and just gorgeous. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Here we go, dude. Look at that archway. Okay, so spoiler, there's meerkats now, which I'm very, very excited about. This would work excellent for a meerkat exhibit. But I'm looking for a sort of... Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is perfect. Now, I know it looks kind of gross, okay? I will admit it looks kind of disgusting. But let's take off the path walls, or the path barriers. And now we have a nice patch of greenery sort of in the center of this plaza. And I'm glad that I didn't do mosaic throughout the whole plaza, because this against this would not look very good. But I think what we've got going on so far is pretty dang sweet, dude. So we have essentially 4 shops right now. I'm thinking basically duplicate these 2 buildings, and then that'll bring us up to 8. I'll put 2 buildings over here. We'll leave this area open. There we go, dude. Okay, now we just have to connect these paths. Oh, I guess we should probably get some vendors first. And then I already know that on these corners, it's gonna be a nightmare trying to line this path up with this vendor facility, but hopefully we can make it work. Worst case, I think we'll have to extend this pad a little bit more on the right and on the left, but the spacing looks great to me. It is square, but since it's sort of like the center point of the zoo, I don't think that matters too much. And we still have tons of room over here for our first exhibit. We still have tons of room over here for our other exhibits. And then, not to mention all this other space out here that we have yet to utilize. So let's try to add some vendors. Let's see if that's gonna be easy or difficult. Okay, water is always a huge hit, so I'm gonna get this pip shot water. Oh, dude, it actually works. And it doesn't ruin the path all that much. That's big. That's really big. Okay, let's see. Alignment looks pretty good as well. Let me get up a little bit closer. Yeah, you know what? Alignment is actually pretty spot on. Okay, so we'll do pip shot water right here. We'll try to separate them at the very least. We'll do in each building at least a drink and a food stall. Pizza pen. Can't beat that. Well, you could, but that'd be weird. Let's do food on the left to sort of mirror this, and then we'll do a drink on the right. Mexcellente, of course. Well, that's not very Africa, is it? I guess it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Food is food at the end of the day, right? Street Fox Coffee. Let's do a coffee shop over here. There we go. And it auto-connected the paths, so that's one less thing we have to worry about. Now let's move over to these other 2 buildings. We'll do a smoothie shop over here. Oh, we have to rotate. How do we do that again? I remember there being a button that we could press and it'd just be like and rotate it around for us. Is it Z? It is Z. Nice. Getting back in the swing of things, I tell you what. Okay, and then let's see. We got Mexcellente already and a pizza pen. Hot Dog Squad is a good one. Chief Beef, of course. The legend himself. And then over here, let's do a Monsieur Frites, which I believe is French fries. Those of you that are French speakers, let me know if I got that right. I don't know if that's actually what it is. Okay, we got water, we got smoothies. What did we just add over here? My brain cannot be that foggy, but it is. Did we do a smoothie? I don't remember doing a smoothie place. Okay, let's hit play so I can at least see these things open. That is, yes, pip shot smoothies. Yeah, that's what it looks like anyways. Wait, what's this say? Gloop Phelan. No idea. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's probably smoothie. So let's do something different. Let's do the soda. Everybody loves a good soda. We have 8 whole facilities now. The only thing that they're missing is a staff resting facility. I really don't want all of these 8 employees now to have to walk all the way over here to find a staff resting room. Actually, did we add one? Yes, we did. It's right here. So yeah, I don't want them to have to walk all the way across the bridge just to get to that resting facility. So we will be adding another resting room out here somewhere. But you guys, I have been recording this episode for a little over an hour now. I think the last thing that I want to do for today is add just a bit of scenery, a bit of decoration around everything we have so far, and then we'll wind things down there. Okay guys, after adding quite a bit of decoration, I am absolutely falling in love with this new zoo. I don't know what it is about this pack. Like I said, I just like it. I don't know what it is, but I have to kind of remind myself that they did have Africa-related decorations prior to the Africa DLC. Stuff like these benches and bins over here, these were already in the base game. All they've done is really added a bunch of more northern Africa-themed stuff, which I guess is different. But if you think about it, that makes sense, right? In this area specifically, we've only used North African architecture as well as the decoration. So since this is a food court, I wanted to make sure that we gave the guests as many opportunities to sit down and have a drink, a snack, whatever it may be. So there are a ton of different little picnic tables and things they can take a load off in. I also added a couple of different benches here. You know, maybe if they're tired from just walking. I mean, it's not that far, right? It's not that far, but maybe the elderly guests might need to take a load off after just simply crossing that bridge, which is why I also added benches on the bridge and some additional trash cans, because Guests love to litter. I don't know what it is about littering and guests, but they do it all the time. So, you guys, I think I'm going to wind down this episode here. If you guys are excited about Planet Zoo being back on the channel, make sure you guys let me know down in the comments. But nonetheless, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.